Hi everybody. It's nice to spend some time with you again today, but I have something special I'd like to talk about today, and I must say I'm very, very impressed with this probiotic. It's a new probiotic, and it's the amazing thing about it. It's a bioidentical probiotic, and it comes from was created by a very ingenious person that it's really pretty amazing. It was 20 years in the making. And the great thing about this probiotic is that it's 1 trillion organisms in it. And they're bioidentical organisms. Now, there's many different types of probiotics out there, but they're not bioidentical. They're not really human strain. And plenty of them are good. But this is bioidentical human strain organisms. And there's many, many different bioidentical organisms out there that we all don't have. And what this gentleman did, he picked out special bioidentical human organisms that a lot of us don't have in our system. Now, we're supposed to have someplace between 5 and 8 pounds of intestinal flora, which are intestinal flora, which are the positive pathogens, which are kind of like the policemen in our system. We have we have trillions of pathogenic bacteria in our system. So probiotics are very, very, very important. These are bioidentical. There's 1 trillion organisms in here that are counted, measured. And that's not always the important factor, but in this case it's an important factor because each one of these are bioidentical, and most people do not have all these bioidentical organisms working in their system. Now, the great thing about this is to understand what they can really do. Now, I don't want to make any claims about the full extent of what they could do, because most people would think it was an exaggeration. It's not. But I suggest that people try this and see what it could really do, because there is an immediate response in most cases. So what this really will do for you is the human digestive tract, the small intestines and the large intestines, are really like, to some degree, are like the sewage system in our bodies. And the body takes out of it what it needs and tries to get rid of the rest. Unfortunately, many people today are eating a poor diet, they're overeating, they're eating late at night, they don't understand about how important food combinations could be in some cases. Then a lot of elderly people as they get older, they just cannot, their waste system cannot keep ahead of what's going on. So what these really do is they establish a very, very, very efficient intestinal flora in your body that makes your digestive system and your elimination system very, very efficient. Now, when you do that, when you can clean up your digestive system and make your elimination system more efficient, and you have a clean elimination system, what happens, it enables your whole body chemistry to work much better. The way I look at this, I think about if you have a fire someplace and you put oxygen into the fire, that fire will flame up. Well, what you're doing really here, you're enabling more oxygen to get to your cells on a cellular level. Now, your cells, we have someplace between 100 or 200 trillion cells in our body. And your cells are they're actually a replica of us. They take in nourishment and they give off waste. But in a lot of people, this system, the intake of food and the carrying oxygen to our cells and the elimination of waste products is not operating as efficiently as it should. So what happens when you're getting more oxygen to your cells on a cellular level, you're flaming, it's like putting the oxygen on a fire, like I said before. You bring more oxygen to your body on a cellular level. You're really increasing the efficiency of your chemistry and how your body works, and you're making your bodies more efficient on a cellular level. And it's pretty efficient because it's pretty amazing is what I'm trying to say, because most all diseases, and I believe that most all diseases, most problems begin in our gut. And it's just like going to a good personal trainer. When you go to a good personal trainer, he starts with the core muscles. When I see people in my practice, I always start with the stomach because I believe that's the most important part of what's going on in the human body. And I believe most diseases start in our gut. We become more vulnerable to infections, opportunistic infections, colds and flus and all these type of problems. A lot of people might not see the connection. But this, when you use these type of probiotics, and all probiotics are good, but when you use these type of probiotics, I was totally surprised how well they really work and how quickly they work and how fast people see some kind of a reaction.